Your Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Chicago Windler.
All eyes on the cold front heading towards central Texas. Looking like we'll see rain and a shift in temperatures. Here's a look at your Sunday forecast. We've now had a streak of 15 consecutive days with high temperatures cooler than average. And today's going to be number 16 in a row. Temperature as of lunchtime, 89 degrees, heat index up to 96. You may be wondering, what is average for this time of year? Officially for Austin, it's 97. So we're at 89, it feels like 96, and I'm forecasting a high of 95 degrees later on. Look at LaGrange, it's already 91 with a heat index of 105. So here you go with the forecast for the rest of your Sunday, as we'll see mainly dry conditions. Can't rule out a stray sea breeze shower for areas to our south and east. 95. Not too bad. This July has been quite mild. All right, so in addition to being mild, today, for a change, not quite as hazy. That African dust, the Saharan dust, lifting to our north, so we've actually got good air quality to enjoy. Scattered storms are now possible as early as tomorrow. I put them in the forecast for Monday afternoon and evening. Cold front gets here officially on Tuesday, bringing good rain chances, but because the front's going to be such a slow mover, I now think high temperatures may be closer to 90 on Tuesday and then a little cooler in the 80s for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we'll see cooler conditions and daily rain chances. So there's the cold front to our north. At this point, it is barely moving. It is going to slowly limp its way southward through the next 48 hours. For us, breaking out into more sunshine as the day wears on, also keeping a close eye on the coastline where there are some very limited sea breeze showers. Probably won't make much impact, if any, on our weather, but you may catch a stray sea breeze shower, perhaps if you're out toward Fayette County. You can see this is future clouds radar about 3 o'clock. 3 or 4 blips on the radar that are pretty inconsequential, so for the most part, it's probably just going to be another hot, dry day. But heading toward around 6, 7 o'clock, especially east of I-35, there are the lone sea breeze showers that could flare up briefly. So just keep in mind that's a very low end possibility. And for Austin, I think we'll stay dry, so I'm keeping it at a 0% rain chance for us. Most of your Monday morning is pretty quiet. We're going to wake up to temperatures in the 70s, but there may already be some showers and thunderstorms that develop out ahead of the cold front, and those could make their way into our area toward the afternoon hours. So here's a look at Monday, 1:30 in the afternoon, with a couple of stray showers that could flare up into some storms heading toward the mid-afternoon hours. So look for that as a potential thing for us to see a couple of quick moving storms push through, possibly enough to cause some limited flood risk. You can see for Monday, we've now been put in the low risk for Austin points north and Milam County, and an elevated risk for possible flooding. A little bit more rain expected there. On Tuesday, it's just the opposite. Austin points south with the better chance of seeing rain heavy enough to cause some minor flooding issues. In terms of rain chances, from a 30% chance tomorrow to 70% chance Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, keeping in those pretty hefty rainfall chances. So when all is said and done, over the course of the next 7 days, we could see some pockets of 2 inches or more, but most everyone has a shot at least 3/4 of an inch of rain. So this is clearly going to mean that July ends on a pretty quiet, dry note in terms of, or I should say, a quiet note in terms of temperatures not being out of control, just because we'll have so much more soil moisture in place. Okay, so future clouds and radar. In the morning, look for wake-up temperatures in the mid-70s in Austin. By midday, watching for potential storms to flare up. This particular computer model is not nearly as bullish as the previous one I showed you, but I'm going to go with that 30% rain chance with some storms pushing through. And then the front trying to get in here. Computer models still vary on exactly when it will arrive. For areas down south, it may not be until perhaps as late as Tuesday night, Wednesday. For areas to the north, it could move through late Monday. So the front's going to stall and be very close to our area. Here's a look at that next weather maker, the cold front, sagging its way southward. So Monday, out ahead of the front, we could see some showers and storms. Then Tuesday, the front sags in here and brings with it more showers and storms. Then Wednesday, the front sags down to our south and kind of dissipates. Finally, by Thursday, the front lifts off to our north, and I'm expecting that we'll likely see a few more scattered showers and storms through Thursday and again on Friday, all the while temperatures staying cooler than average. Finally, looking for a dry day, I should say. This particular computer model throws a splash and dash shower at us early Saturday, and then after that, we are absolutely on a dry note. So I'm actually going to add a 20% rain chance to that Saturday forecast just for that possibility of a stray shower. Here's your possible rainfall. This is from the European computer model showing a decent chance of between 1 and 2 inches of rain, give or take. So as far as flood concerns, we're probably not going to have any issues, but it's just something to keep in mind, especially Monday and Tuesday for some local minor spots that could see enough rain to push things over the edge briefly for some ponding or some very minor street flooding. Next 5 days, temperatures, yep, close to average on Monday and then below Tuesday all the way through the end of the week. What a month it has been. I did mention about air quality. It's in the good range now. That's because the latest plume of Saharan dust has peaked over our area. It's now into North Texas. And watch as we head through your Monday. It stays up north. That's where the front will be. Then on Tuesday, it starts to sag back south, but it's starting to dissipate at the same time. So then we're in a pretty much quiet lull between Saharan dust rounds. But there is another one that's going to be pushing from the Caribbean into the Gulf on Thursday and moving back into the Austin area on Friday. So look for that plume of dust to move in, and there's plenty more where that came from, as you can see, from Africa across the Atlantic. And of course, that's going to play a role in limiting the amount of tropical development we see. So in the next 5 days, no storms expected to develop in the Atlantic, but we do on the Pacific side have Hurricane Felicia, a Category 4 storm. It is expected to weaken and stay south of the Hawaiian Islands, which is good news there. At the same time, we also have Guillermo. Guillermo is a tropical storm that developed, and it is off toward the south and west of Mexico, expected to continue to push westward. Does not look like Guillermo is going to reach hurricane status. So we talked about how that next system is going to pull in with the rain and the storms moving through and pushing down to the south. At this point, I'm expecting that that's going to kind of prolong what we've been watching lately, which is this cooler weather pattern. So I've got high temperatures through the rest of this week after the front pushes in on Tuesday, only in the 80s, and the cooler temperatures could last all the way into the first part of August, climate predictions that our outlook says. At the same time, precip outlook, here's a little bit of a flip. We may actually trend for a change toward drier weather late July into early August. So here's your 7-day forecast. Big difference from previous years. Back in 2020, 1 year ago, we had 13 days of triple digits to date. Back in 2011, we'd already had 33 days of triple digits, and this year we've only had one. It was back on June 14th. All right, you got caught up on the forecast. Be sure to tune into Avery Tomasco. He will have your latest coming up on CBS Austin News tonight. Take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend.